What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Lewis here from Next Gen Framers, and behind me we got a lot of wood, got a lot of nails, and we about to put a house together. We're out here in the middle of nowhere in Kansas and got a lot to do. Big house, so hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Like and share, and let's get right into it, guys. First things first, guys, is we put floor trusses in, as you guys can see, going all along here. And these are a lot more difficult than just putting the TJIs in. The thing about these is we have to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. So it's going to be a lot of shimming, as you guys can kind of see down here. A lot of shimmed on every single one on the outside. You also, if you have angles like this, they're a lot more difficult, but got it wrapped up. Took us about 2 days get all of these in after we got a bunch of the metal beams and posts. So this is the basement down here. It is a full basement. We have, I believe, 2 porches and a garage, obviously. But this is the basement right here. As you guys can see, all these metal beams going across. Got a couple long ones, couple short ones, and then we have the metal posts as well. But yeah, this is a completely finished, a full finished basement. So the next kind of, once we get the house up and we have a rainy day going on, or a day where we can't work outside in the elements, we'll be in down here framing all this. So it's a fully framed basement as of right now. They might change it, but that's what's going on down here. Also got in here, as that first house we had in Topeka, Kansas, we have this a safe room. So this one will be for tornado shelters. And honestly, that's the smartest thing to have in Kansas. But yeah, guys, quite literally the middle of Cheekersqueak, Kansas, with nothing around. I mean, this is probably, some would say, the dream life when your neighbors are like 2-3 miles away. Can't hear or see anything. But yeah, I mean, this is perfect out here. Some may say it's not, but it's nice. The sunsets will be gorgeous. I mean, he's looking out, front porch, front area is right here. And then the garage is in the back, and he's just gonna be able to look out, sunsets right there. Back porch, you can see the sunrise. And yeah, I mean, absolutely perfect. Question, what was my question? I forgot.
Welcome to
Are you gritting across the floor?
Will. So, Will, why do you like floor trusses better than...
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, see, thank you.
I don't. What do you like?
Why do you like TJI better than floor trusses?
I like TJIs over floor trusses because I can cut everything to the lengths that I would like. We don't have to run stiff backs through them. I don't have to worry about the truss company messing one up and an HVAC trunk line not working out. I don't have to plumb up every single truss as I go along, since it's 2 feet in the air. I don't have to string a line down every single edge. Well, I guess I do when I put my floor on, but it's a lot easier. I don't have to, the reason I like TJIs over floor truss is just there are probably 6 or 7 less steps that we have to do. So that's why I don't like it. I do not like floor trusses at all. I would rather do TJIs all day long because I'm a lot faster at it.
Why do people do floor trusses in the first place and not TJI then?
Honestly, just trunk line in the ceiling, as opposed to having to build a soffit around it in your basement. That's about all the reason there is for it.
Are they cheaper?
No, they're not. So for one inconvenience, you're going to spend a whole bunch more money. And I really hope that Dad charged more to do floor trusses, because this takes forever. So I hope we're not losing money.
Installing floor trusses, guys, extremely easy. Just takes a lot more tedious effort and is kind of just a pain. it's pretty simple, just putting them on layout, and then we'll come back and these things will be put on the edges because there's a little cutout, as you guys can see here, for the place of the truss. Only problem, we have to go around with the 2 foot level, and we have to level and make sure everything's plumb. And so that's kind of a pain, but in the end, as Will said, it's the trunk line. It makes it a lot easier for later on. Yeah, it costs more money, but in the end, it'll save other people more time. So that's helpful for them. But yeah, guys, making sure all of these are absolutely level. Height and everything can be a little difficult, but if you make sure that the beams going across, the metal beams are all good, and making sure your layout's all good, then you should be fine. We had to cut down some of them, which is kind of a pain because there's a lot of metal on them. But when you got a Sawzall, you can do anything really. So super simple. Moving on now to the fun, quick part is going to be getting this thing decked. We're decking this with 3/4 inch plywood, I believe it's called, 3/4 inch plywood. It's super dry out, so that's why we're not really using the zip system. So we shouldn't need to worry about the rain because it's been pretty dry lately. Sprinkle here and there, but nothing big. And we'll get this plywood on. Hopefully move on to some walls, but we shall see. But we're getting the plywood on, getting the deck on. But yeah, we're getting the deck on and moving from there, guys. Alrighty guys, we are back at it. Got the floor on, and now we're setting walls, getting this all set up. Got the pre-frame right here. We got most of the exterior walls, which are all 2x6, 10 foot. And as soon as we get those rest of those up, we'll be working on the 2x4. Right here, as you guys can kind of see, this area in the front and in the back are all going to be vaulted ceilings. So we will show you guys when we put the trusses up how we build those, but those will be built later. And there might be a second floor, but I'm not sure. We'll see a little bit later in that. But yeah, getting these walls up. We'll be wrapping up this week, and then next week, hopefully get the trusses up as soon as we're done with all the walls. Woo! The W11. Okay. W11. Probably doesn't really matter. I have a quick question, leave it in the comments. We were thinking about taking this Genie, the telehandler, and that telehandler, or Gabe, you know Gabe, one of the guys here, he has a Jeep that's is an old Jeep that he can take, and we were thinking about taking it and driving it off this cliff off onto here and see if we can land it safely. We were either thinking the Genie or one of Gabe's Jeeps off of it. So comment which one you guys would like to see, either the Genie or the Jeep, and we'll see which one we do depending on what you guys' comments come out as. Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this week's video. Got all of the walls up. I think we're getting one last one up before the end of the day, and then I believe tomorrow we will be sheathing, hopefully. We just got a plumbing line, which is pretty much just straightening all the walls, making sure they are perfect and lasered in to perfection, and then we will be sheathing the whole entire exterior. Exterior is just gonna be sheeted by OSB. Super simple, and then we'll tie back the whole thing and then move on to getting trusses up. So super simple. There's not much of a difficulty level on this house. I'm sure we'll run into some problems because you always do on a job, but yeah, super simple. And then we'll get the trusses on, which trusses are right here. There really isn't as many as I thought there would be, because I really thought that the house was a pretty big house, but in square feet, yes it is, but by looks at it, just looking at it straight on, it doesn't look that bad, that big. But definitely a lot of square feet in the basement and the first floor, possibly second floor. Not 100% sure on that. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on next week as well. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. And thank you guys so much for watching and all the support. Greatly appreciate it. We're almost to monetization, and once we get there, it's going to be great. So thank you guys for all the support, and we'll see you guys on the next video.